Hello, collective. It's Una Fierce. How you guys doing? Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastic. It's the end of the week. Freaking Friday, baby. I know everybody's excited, just as I am. All right, so we are going to clear the energy in the space. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you are new here, it's fabulous to have you. Glad you are all joining me today for this reading. Thank you. All right, so Spirit tells me we are going to lead with the Kipper deck today. Couldn't hardly get it out. Yon Kippa. All right, Kippa. Let's see what Spirit has for the collective today. Spirit, please help me to bring a clear and concise message for the collective energy for Friday this week, whatever day it is. I don't know. I think it's like the 20th or something. All right. Please and thank you, Spirit. What would you like the collective to know about Friday? All right, Spirit. There it is. First card out. We have poverty. Oh no, nobody likes poverty. All right, Spirit. What about poverty? Okay. What about poverty, Spirit? We have marriage on its side. Where is my... Oh no, my pendulum's missing. Gonna leave it on its side. Spirit, what about this marriage? We also have another one in reverse. We have thief. Thief in reverse. Okay. Just gonna take them as they come out since I don't have my pendulum anywhere. How about the thief in reverse, Spirit? Horizons. Coffin. Give me a minute. Okay, well, here's what I'm getting. Feels like I'm not really getting poverty at the moment. I'm thinking it's more like thoughts of this marriage, like Divine Feminine. Are you've been holding negative thoughts about a relationship, about being able to get married to a person? Maybe you're distrusting this person. But I feel like with it being a reverse, Spirit's letting you know these thoughts need to come to an end. I feel like you're already feeling this. Like in order to bring this marriage into the upright, you have to stop having these negative thoughts about this person. Not really sure. Let's see what the tarot says. don't have enough information. Oh my, how many times? There we go, we got them all. All right, got lovers on the bottom of the deck. All right. Spirit, tell me about this poverty. Spirit, tell me about poverty. Make sure I got Magician on the bottom of the deck this time. Tell me about poverty, Spirit. High Priestess. The Priestess is more spiritual, subconscious, and can control emotions. Therefore, you can master the moon, control the wheel of fortune, and have wisdom from God's will. Introverted, reserved, and passive, balancing the heart. Yeah, I feel like you're learning that you control your destiny. This is like background. In the past, I feel like you've had some mistrust in this person. And I feel like you're just really point blank. I feel like you're just learning that you control the outcome. To some of you, that might sound a little wild, okay? But we literally are manifesting our experience. And we control outcomes by controlling our thoughts and emotions about things. And I feel like your indecision about whether or not you trust this person has been putting this relationship in a jeopardy. And I think that you're realizing now that you control the wheel of fortune, and that you have known all along, like this person, you were drawn to this person like right from the beginning, like you knew that this person belonged in your life. I feel like it was to teach you many lessons. But I feel like you're learning to, this is master the moon, master the unknown, maybe master not always knowing what's happening. Maybe that's been a problem. You just don't know. Like you know this person internally, and in your heart you know this is somebody that you traveled with through many lifetimes, okay, and you realize that, you know that, but things in the 3D world have had you questioning who this person is, like deep down, what you don't know about them, that you're thinking that there's things you don't know about them. And I feel like you felt like they might be doing things or something that would bring you down if you partner up with this person. So it's been keeping you on your side about this person. You're not knowing if you should join with them in marriage. Okay, maybe. I think so. I feel that. All right, let's see what is marriage on its side, Spirit. Got the Magician. Yeah. Magician communicates and guides the elements between heaven and earth, which brings him infinite energy. Everything is ready, and the Magician begins his new plan, which will lead to success. Good start. Everything is ready. Yeah, I feel like you have, oh, these are divine counterparts. I just realized. Magician and the High Priestess, I'm pretty sure those are divine counterparts, yeah. Um, yeah, I feel like he has all the tools he needs there to make anything, to create anything that he wants. Good start, everything is ready. He can literally create anything he wants, and I feel like you're realizing that you are the one that's been holding this marriage up with your disbelief or your wavering thoughts back and forth. Divine counterparts, that's funny. Okay. Um so yeah, anyway, communicates and guides the elements between heaven and earth. You control everything you see. And when you make this realization, you already have everything that you need to bring this into 3D reality. You just have to stop with the disbelief. Tell me about the thief in reverse, Spirit. I really wish I knew where my pendulum was. Where the heck is that? Kitty must have got it. Let's put it on the floor somewhere. Alright, we've got Emperor. The Emperor has enough masculinity and full of majesty, has the power to control everything. Represents authority, power, and arrogance. I feel like Spirit's saying this is this person's energy. You just don't understand them. And I feel like you know this. I feel like you know this. Like you've seen enough evidence about this person that you should know who they are. You understand their energy. You feel the goodness and the kindness and the loving and the lovingness, is that a word? This is a person of authority, power, and arrogance. Maybe the arrogance threw you a little bit. Maybe the power scared you. Maybe this is not your usual type of person that you've dated in the past, and you're just, maybe you're a little bit afraid of the energy. Maybe you're afraid that I feel like you've been making them into something that they're not, to make you feel better about about the relationship. And I don't even mean feel better. I mean, like, because this is more like the type of energy that you're used to dating and being in relationships with the thief, the karmics. I feel like you've just been assuming that that was this person because that's who everyone has been for you. But I feel like Spirit's saying, if you want this person to be the emperor, they are the emperor. And I feel like you feel this person is this archetype most times. Like, I feel like this is more of the energy. And Spirit's saying he's not a thief. You've been naming him as a thief or someone dishonest. Also, I'm getting this reflection. If this was laying like this, we got head to head. I'm getting, you choose. What is it going to be? Which one do you pick? Tell me about distant horizons, Spirit. The Five of Cups is a card that represents sadness, loss, and disappointment. Accept the loss calmly and move forward with the weight. Social anxiety. Spirit, can I get another one? Ace of Wands. Okay. So I did have a feeling about this, and I guess Spirit's saying that's the truth. I'm assuming. Okay. Wish that cannot be realized or achieved. So what I'm looking at is how he's got these 3 cups in front of him, right? And he's crying over something that he didn't have, or didn't, that he, no, that's not the story. He's lost his taste for wine, okay, and the cups are spilled over. He's crying over his spilt cups of wine. But what he's not seeing is the 2 cups behind him. I feel like you're disappointed about the way that so much time has been lost with this person. But I feel like Spirit's saying don't worry about what's happened already. There's nothing you can do about it, but there's still something here for you. And the Ace of Wands represents the emergence of new opportunities, the beginning of a plan or action with a bright future, and a great time to realize your dreams. I feel like it's just time to move forward with this. Like, whatever it is that you guys have planned together, it's been put on hold because you weren't sure if you wanted to move forward with this person or not. But I feel like Spirit's saying, don't worry about what you lost, the time that you lost, okay? But now you have the opportunity now to get back on track. I feel like you're realizing that you're making a decision, that you realize this, that you control this, that you can manifest this the way that you want it to end. That you are, whether you want to or not. But I feel like you're I feel like you're ready to move forward with the plan. Tell me about the coffin, Spirit. What's that about? King of Wands is steady and magnanimous, with great power of action, determination and ability, holy attitude, honesty, and conscience. Lead the development of the whole thing. Yeah, again, I feel like it's time to put an end to this. Time to put an end to this this thoughts of this person. Time to put an end to this wishy-washy manifestation. Time to put an end to the dragging on time. What are the words I'm trying to spit out of my mouth here? It's the end of that cycle because you've realized what you have to do here. And you're ready to create this. You're in a very high position here to create what it is that you want. With great power of action, determination, and ability. All right, I think I'm on track. Wish I had my pendulum. I'm getting a little too dependent on my pendulum. I'm just gonna follow my intuition here. So this seems to be a love reading. Do I want to go to the love deck? I am going to go to the love deck. We had slid out reunion and soul ties. I'm going to put it back in. I just heard you've manifested this love from the beginning. Spirit, tell me about the High Priestess. Higher self activation, higher self integration, awakening, timeline shift. Oh, wow. Yeah, I am right on with this. Yeah, you just have made a realization that you control this outcome. You know that by holding the frequency of what it is that you desire, that you will move to that timeline. And I feel like you're simply going to the timeline where this person is an emperor. Yeah, I'm looking again at this thief in reverse and this emperor, this line here in between. Take a jump. Which one do you want? You just step over. But you have to make a decision. Yeah, you're realizing that you 100% manifest your life. And that even goes down to who people are to you in your life. If you expect them to be a certain way, they're going to be that way, no matter what it is you're expecting. Whatever vibration you're in is where you'll meet them. And if they're there, then that's that version of them too. If you're in your higher self, then you'll meet them there in their highest self. Divine counterparts. Not karmic. Tell me about magician. We have feminine energy, yin, intuitive, nurturing, creative, wounded, insecure, victim. And we've got belief systems, facade, conditioning, expectations, conformity, evaluating long-held beliefs, awakening. Yeah, I feel like you're realizing that you named this person a certain way because of the energies that you've been with in the past, because it's the only thing that you know. It's in your subconscious mind that these are the kind of people that I bring to me. This is from wounding. This is from victimhood. But you've been looking at it and you're realizing that you are making this person into that, or you were meeting them on that timeline where they were that. But you're realizing that by shifting your own energy, that you can meet them on the timeline where they are also their highest and best good, the yang. Tell me about the Emperor, Spirit. Got receive, open, receptivity, opening up, generosity, gifts, assistance. Okay. Maybe this person, is that another card flipped over? Hang on. It is. We also have control, sabotage, conflicts, mood swings, trust issues, manipulation patterns. Yeah, wow, okay. I feel like you think that this person has been taking more than they're giving, but I feel like you're being challenged to realize that, has it really been like that, or have you been refusing to receive from them? Have they been trying to do nice little things for you and you're telling them no, 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 you know, you're not allowing them to give back the way they've been trying to. You keep trying to shut it down. And I feel like the universe is trying to teach you this energy of being in receiving mode in this person, through this person who's been trying to show you. But for whatever reason, maybe you think they can't afford to spoil you, or you're just not used to people buying you things. You're I feel like you're independent and you you get your own bling, you know, you you do for yourself. You're not used to people doing things. I feel like you haven't been allowing it, and then you're looking at that person like they did something wrong, but you're actually controlling this and manipulating it. And I feel like Spirit's telling you you have to open up to the energy of receiving. And I feel like this Emperor wants to bring you the world, is what I'm hearing. But you're going to have to allow it. What do I want to say about this? If the universe is, if you ask for abundance, right, and the universe tries to send it to you in the form of gifts from people, and you won't take them, then you're telling the universe, I don't want what I asked for. Just like if a man is in a what's that story? A man is in a boat out in the middle of the water, and the boat goes down, so he's holding onto the swimming buoy waiting for God to rescue him, and he's saying, God, come rescue me. And then along comes a couple in a boat, and they're like, hey, you want to ride? And he's like, no, I'm waiting for God to rescue me. Like and then here comes another boat, and they ask him, hey, you want to ride back to shore? No, I'm waiting on God to rescue me. And then God tells him, hey, I sent 2 ships after you, like, or because I'm sorry, I messed up the story a little bit. He says, God, why aren't you rescuing me? I thought, like, I have faith in you. I thought you were going to rescue me. And he says, I sent you 2 boats, and you told them both no. You have to be willing to receive it in the way that I'm getting this person too. This person wants to make it up to you, like, but you're not allowing it in the way that they're able to. You're not allowing it in the way that the universe wants to send it to you. Okay. Tell me about the 5 of Cups and the Ace of Wands, Spirit. Tell me about the 5 of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Thank you. We've got dream messages, telepathy, 5D communication, astral travel, spirit guides, and signs. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you've been seeing a lot of angel numbers. I'm looking at 36. That's the one that tips me off. We got 36, 37, 3. Angel numbers 3. That's ascended master numbers, right? I feel like you're seeing a lot of angel numbers, and I feel like you're meeting up with this person in your dreams. I feel like you guys are making these plans, this Ace of Wands, this plan or action with a bright future and a good time to realize your dreams. I feel like Spirit wants you to pay attention to your dreamscape, like the things that are happening in your dreams. Things that your spirit guides are showing you, the signs and synchronicities that you're seeing in nature. Pay attention, okay? But I feel like you and this divine counterpart are meeting up in the spirit realm and making these plans to end this cycle of disconnect. Tell me about the King of Wands, Spirit. Oh, tell me. Thank you. Oh, and there it is again. Your reunion and soul ties, soulmate, fated partnership, past life connection, past returns. Yeah. I feel like with these plans that you're making and some action, you're going to be bringing this fated partnership in very soon. Distant horizons very soon. I feel like I know that you planned on meeting up with this person this lifetime. For a lot of us, we're on our last round, right? Especially we're talking about divine counterparts. These are twin flames. We're all old souls, and most of us are on our last cycle. And we are in the revelation times, or whatever you want to call it, the ascension, the end times. And that's what this reunion excuse me, is about. You're being brought together for a purpose, a fated partnership. There's a reason why you guys came back to each other this time, and we're both here on this planet at the same time, because that doesn't always happen usually, unless there's a purpose for you both being here to work together. And usually twin flames are not here at the same time, right? But for this ascension, there is a very divine purpose for these relationships. And it's mainly to experience unconditional love and to teach it, to show it, to how do I want to say this, to help others to learn what it is. And I think I'm going to stop talking now and end this reading here. If you guys like the way that I read, please like, subscribe, share. Any of it will help the channel to grow. Like to get the message out to the collective, so thank you for your assistance on that. I hope you guys have an amazing Friday, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks for being here. All right, bye guys.